Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing is Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air again with Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts him in so many ways.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Look at him. Mike 5-4. They gonna need some therapy after this. Joker. 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Flush to his right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Southern California. The Chargers in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Kenny Golladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Hey, 22! 54, Mike, 54.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Come on, baby, let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. To the right and complete to Galladay. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Bridgewater. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Touchdown, L.A. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the field.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will score. Touchdown, that pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Stafford over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
I got you, son.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of a long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need?
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater throwing deep here for Coleman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And picked up by the Chargers. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
40 got. It's third down. 57 Mike. Mike 57. We got
Throwing on third and long. Stafford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Shift. Hey, 22. Sit on. Sit on. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Danny. Sit on.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. I'm coming. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Chargers. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Get that quarterback.
Throwing again. Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback,